Hey guys, Railroad Sniper here again with another tool review. Sorry that the video this week is late. Got finals at college, now I'm back home, so that's pretty nice. Anyways, let's get straight into the review. This one's kind of a review / comparison. Today we have the Channellock No.908. They're 8-inch wire strippers. We also have the Klein, let's see what those are called. Klein K12035 or K12035, the Klein-Kurve heavy duty wire stripper. Let's go over the basic details. So I'll start with the Channellocks. Their strip gauge goes from 22 to 10 gauge. Now I found out that is stranded. So if you were looking to cut solid, you're gonna have to increase the gauge by 2. So this is 22 to 10 gauge stranded, and probably like 20 to 12 gauge solid. You've also got your J-hook holes. Now if you want to get some wire in there and bend it around the terminal, we'll demonstrate that later. We've got these little grippers up front. You can twist wire with those, pull wires, stuff wires, whatever you want to do. We've also got 5 different bolt cutters built in. Let's see if I can show you them. We've got a 1032, 1024, 832, 440, and hold on. Also got a 632 up here. This one's the 832. Anyways, as far as crimpers, we've got our 10 to 12 gauge crimper, a 14 to 16 gauge crimper, and an 18 to 22 gauge crimper. We've also got a coax crimper and a 7mm auto. That's for spark plug crimps. And laser etching, you can see that's insulated and non-insulated. Let's see. One of these says, yeah, the warning: do not use on live circuits, and wear safety goggles. And you cannot cut anything but copper with these. Never tried cutting like aluminum or anything like that, but it says not to, so we're not going to do that. Anyways, next on to the Kleins. We've got 20 to 8 gauge. Now it's 18 to 8 gauge solid and 20 to 10 gauge stranded. Okay, so if 10 gauge stranded is 8 gauge solid, then that would mean that this goes from a 20 to 8 gauge as well. No, this goes from. I'm getting a little mixed up. Let's think about this. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, these have the same range of cuts. This says 22 to 10 gauge stranded. This one does 20 to 10 gauge stranded. So these both will cut 8 gauge solid. Okay. Anyways, I like these ones because they have it labeled, so it's easier to remember those. And if you're working in this every day, you're gonna remember that. But it's a DIYer who only does this every once in a while. You know, it's nice to have. These also only cut copper, as you can see right there. The Klein logo and model number right there. This one only has 2 bolt cutters, so a 632 and an 832. But I'm sure they've done their research, and that's a decently amount of common things. You've also got your wire cutters. Forgot to mention these also have wire cutters at the bottom of the job, so that way you get the most leverage. Where these have more of a linesman's wire tip, so you can grab a lot more wires, get a lot better grip. And these are also spring loaded with a curved handle, so you can see better fit your hand rather than the straight handles. With the comfort grip on these is less high quality, I'd say. These are double injection molded, I think. Both of these are made in the United States, which is awesome. These are forged. These are made of stamped metal. But They each have their own upsides and downsides, as I found out. We'll do a little demo. Cutting this 12 gauge Romex. So once you got it in the bottom of the jaw, squeeze it together. And that cuts really easy. You'll see I'll have to struggle a lot more with the Kleins, which was a surprise to me. I figured the Kleins would be better, but evidently not. Anyway, it's still pretty easy, but you have to hold it to make sure it doesn't try to bend in the jaw. Okay. I've got those two pieces cut off. Let's see if I can get the insulation off. I don't have a Romex stripper, so it's a little more difficult. Anyway, it's got your three solid wires. Let's do a little test. This is 12 gauge, like I said, so you want to go to the 12 gauge solid. Yeah. It doesn't seem to have gone through all the way. Interesting. There we go. I went through all the way. Let's do another just to make sure that's not a fluke. Do from this side. We got the other one cut in the jaw. Yeah, that cut nice and clean. I guess I just didn't have it lined up properly. You gotta make sure they're perpendicular. And you can see a little bit of a. Let's see if I can show y'all. A little bit of scoring on that copper wire, but it's really minor. And then, of course, cutting through a single wire is easy peasy. No problem at all. Now I'll show the channel lock. So once again, go to 10 gauge, go to 12 gauge. Oh my gosh, making a fool of myself right now. Okay, go to 14 gauge stranded. So that's 12 gauge solid. Comes off no problem. Maybe this is actually a smaller gauge. Let's see if it's 10 gauge. Yeah, I think this is 10 gauge actually. Either that or it's like kind of big, because yeah, that's the 10 gauge stripper. Does not seem to. Oh, this is 12 gauge. That's interesting. 12.2 Romex. Yes, let's do that one more time. Oh, it's coming off easy. So you can see it's cut. This one does seem to leave a heavier score mark. Let's see if I can do it on the white wire so y'all can actually see. It cuts right there. Let's see if we can use those tips. That works great for pulling insulation off. Anyways, let's see. Let's see where I cut it. You can see a little bit of a divot there. It's about the same as on the Kleins, actually. Must have done something weird before. This stuff cuts through easily. Like I can't believe how easily it cuts through. It's definitely easier than the Kleins, which once again was a surprise. Because yeah, you hear Klein, like Electrician's Choice or whatever. Channellock, not even like an electrical company. And yet, it seems to do so much better. Now maybe, there we go. Easily. Here's a full 3-piece. As you can see, that's what I'm talking about, where it tries to twist itself in the jaw. Anyway, this has been my overview of these two pliers. I only have 1 gauge of wire to test on, but they're only stranded, sadly. But anyways, I definitely prefer the Channellocks, but I think these are more sturdy, a little more ergonomic. Let's see what the price are. I think the 908s were like, I believe they were about like $20. Yeah, $20 for the Channellocks. And the Kleins, they are about $35. Do I think the Klein is worth the extra $15? Not really. Like, this is perfectly good, you know, for standard stripper and crimper. This one doesn't even have crimper. So, I'd say the Channellocks are more versatile and also more lightweight. And they're sturdy enough to do the job. And they actually cut better. So, anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Just a little comparison and review. I will see you guys in the next video.